McAfee is an NFL legend, but he almost got canceled on live TV?
You, Pat. Don't touch me. Whoa! Come on.
What the fuck is wrong with that guy?
And this ended up getting him in a wrestling match. And there was even a moment where the dude went to prison. And these are only some of the 10 wackiest Pat McAfee moments, starting with the time he broke a world record while blindfolded.
And the kick is off. Pat McAfee hits it right through the upright. I can't believe it. We just witnessed the Guinness World Record.
You're welcome. We did it. Thank you so much. We did it, guys.
The real MVP here is the guy that had to hold the ball for a blindfolded kicker. Even Akbar Bahamia, or however the hell you pronounce his name, was impressed. Who wasn't impressed was Georgia Bulldog fans after Pat brutally trolled them. College football fans are just rowdy.
This is the dog! This is how we do it for the dog!
Talk mess about their team, and they'll pull up on you like a wannabe drill rapper from Chicago.
Don't give a pass about number 10!
But Pat isn't one to shy away from confrontation, so he swerved thousands of diehard Georgia fans before noon, like he just got out of bed.
It's what's that coming down the track. It's the mean machine in the red and black.
During one of the ultimate Georgia traditions, calling the dogs, which tries to get the people going, Pat led the famous chant, and he surprisingly knew all the words too. However, Bulldog fans weren't expecting that Pat was gonna betray them.
Give me Alabama to break home.
The look on this kid's face said it all. But it still wasn't as brutal as the time where he disrespected an entire NFL fan base. After the first couple of rounds, the NFL draft can get pretty boring. Most casuals stop paying attention, and even the commentators are half comatose.
Come on! This is football!
So they call in Pat to come and get extra spicy and shake things up, which is exactly what he did during the middle of the 2019 draft in Nashville.
I'm not going to say a single word about the Tennessee Titans record against the Indianapolis Colts because I was a punter and there's no reason for me to talk about that.
In less than 2 minutes tops, he managed to roast the hometown Titans.
We did not punt much against the Tennessee Titans, so you probably have no clue who I am to begin. The Indianapolis Colts are the hottest team, not only in the AFC South, but the entire NFL. A young nucleus surrounding the Stanford nerd, Andrew Luck.
Damn! The NFL should just straight up make Pat the commissioner and have him announce every pick from here on out. It could be a side gig when he's not suplexing dudes at WrestleMania.
Look at the agility. He just leaped to the top rope. You gotta be kidding me. That was sick. For the brand. And so is this.
He didn't just have a WrestleMania moment, he brought the whole house down. Now we know definitively that Pat was the kid that suplexed his friends and hit them with the Swanton bomb growing up like he did to The Miz.
And taking out The Miz.
He started kicking so much ass at WrestleMania, even other NFL players wanted the smoke. That's why George Kittle joined in during Pat's impromptu match at WrestleMania 39, so they could both whoop on The Miz.
Distracted in the ring. No idea that Kittle just took out Miz.
A Kettle McAfee tag team could do some serious damage, just like a kid named Owen did to Pat's sidekick Boston Connor's ego. But speaking of damage, do some to those like, subscribe, and notification buttons before we get to this top 5. You don't want to miss number 1. It's just straight stupid. But first, with one call, a regular kid named Owen turned himself into a Pat McAfee show legend. See, Owen loves sports, but he also tells it like it is, which you gotta respect.
Oh, what's up, Pat McAfee?
You are too young to listen to this show. Owen, how old are you?
Man, even Pat got all warm and fuzzy.
He was making me feel good too, by the way. He was making me feel good, making the show feel good. He was talking us up, he was hyping us up, and then boom, yeah.
So, when AJ Hawk asked him what was on his mind, he let his feelings about Boston Connor be known with an F-bomb that he heard around the internet.
I want to talk about how inspiring this show is, inspiring this whole entire world with how you're talking about sports and how you're talking about your life experience. And also, Boston.
By the way, Owen was only 8.5, an absolute legend and a true inspiration to us all. He's the exact opposite of another caller, which ended up pissing Pat off. Pat and AJ are pretty good dudes, but waste their time and they'll quickly let you know. That's what happened when this caller tried to shout out his best friend live on the air. Like The Rock telling a jabroni, it doesn't matter what your name is.
What is your name? It doesn't matter what your name is.
Pat did the same thing to this dude.
So I actually do have a football question, but I think I'd be remiss if I didn't first shout out my best friend Aaron Lewick. He's getting married soon. We're actually going to
Julian, I don't give a f. Let's go to Adam in Vermont.
Damn, Pat's a busy guy. Ain't nobody got time to hear about your friend's wedding. This ain't a cameo.
Bro, big chungus. Bruh, big chungus.
But what happened when one time, Pat noticed something which ended up causing an investigation? We're talking about Bonggate.
Let me go ahead and get. Oh! He's smoking dope on the sideline. First ayahuasca. Now we got a bong spill.
When Aaron Rodgers dropped a large black case on the Jets sideline, everyone was wondering, was it a bong? A science experiment? Tom Brady's juice? Like a true journalist, Pat went all Tyler Oliveira and wanted to get to the bottom of it. So he went straight to the source and asked Aaron Rodgers himself if he was hitting it.
So you're dapping somebody up really clean, very clean. You skipped a little bit, Achilles looks good. Then you go to pick up a box and a bong falls out of there. What, do you have anything to say about that situation, or what do we got going on?
Walking off the field with my Maestro Dobell tequila that John Sutcliffe gives me every time he sees me on Monday Night Football.
Someone should get McAfee to solve the mystery of Bigfoot while he's at it. That and Dan Orlovsky's farting problem.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially.
By the sound of it, Dan has a history of putting his foot on the gas in public. Anyone?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
While speaking on Pat's show, Dan's ass made a special guest appearance. First, the man offers no legit excuse for what we all heard, but thankfully couldn't smell. Instead, he resorted to accusing show producers of inserting the noise into the audio for no apparent reason whatsoever. Second, he only thought up a lame excuse much later on, after the brain fog from the anal salute had passed by.
You know what it could be? My windshield wipers. It's raining.
And we can confirm, windshield wipers do not make that noise, bro.
Dan, we would still recommend dude wipes, though. Just want to let you know that.
Now, they're not sponsoring this video, by the way, but Dude Wipes, hit me up, man. I'm struggling here. Now, after all of this, I totally forgot the dude actually played football. Just because he was a kicker, don't let that fool you, because this man was a menace.
Pat McAfee's lost his mind. And here is a brilliant kick by McAfee.
Pat McAfee is going to be legend.
McAfee bangs him out of bounds.
Oh, offside kick try. McAfee recovers his own kick.
McAfee's laying a little dance on it himself.
Safe to say dude's on the way to gold jacket status, but none of these wacky moments would ever have happened if one situation almost ended his career. It went down like this. Police got a call from a woman on a regular Tuesday morning in 2010, claiming a wet, shirtless man was trying to get into her car. The wet, shirtless man was Pat, who had allegedly been taking a dip in Indiana's Central Canal and lost his shirt in the water.
The story is that I went swimming in a canal because they asked me where my shirt was at, and I said, well, probably where I got wet at.
But he wasn't sure if he had actually been in the canal because it was raining and he had actually had a little something to drink.
They're like, why are you wet? And I was like, I don't know. I just told you. Actually, if you read in the police report, I said it rained.
How much did he have to drink? A lot, because I'm drunk.
In cops was a lot of, how much have you had to drink tonight? And that was the one, obviously a lot, because I'm still drunk right now.
Bruh. After blowing twice the legal limit during a breathalyzer test, Pat tried to play it off and walk home, saying, I'm not drunk, I'm just being awesome. The cops were like, all right, bro, calm down, and took him in, only so he wouldn't freeze to death. And the only thing he had to lose was his hair, because when he got out, dude went from this to this. Bro was reformed and became a legend. And the wackiest thing about this was that this was the only time bro was arrested. And that's pretty ridiculous. But the NFL is full of ridiculous moments, like a player getting his back blown out, Lamar Jackson taking a mid-game poop break just so he can get the dub, and there was even a player that turned into a cat? Caleb Williams even had to fight a bear just to make the team.
The Bears.
I don't even know where to start, man. Just click the video, and I'll see you there in a few seconds.